Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, this is Desiree Richardson, and I'm going to be talking about co-op advertising today. I want to give a little introduction of myself. First of all, I actually have a website that's called Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, and that is basically my umbrella for the affiliate marketing that I do, the direct sales that I do, and also the online business that I have as well. So Rich and Rich Home Opportunities encompasses all of my businesses that I'm involved with. And my vision for Rich and Rich Home Opportunities is that I'm able to offer to those that don't have a business variety. And it also gives me an opportunity to have multiple streams of income coming in for myself. So that's what I basically focus on. So there's a lot of networking that's involved in it. Right now I am really interested in doing online marketing. Even though the businesses that I have, I can online both. I can market both online and offline. The main focus of my topic tonight is co-op advertising. And I got really interested in co-op advertising because one of my primary businesses is SFI. And SFI is a company that has products that range from internet dial-up services, medical alternative plans, natural cleaning products, wellness products, and they also offer magazines and there's a couple of other things. And it's a really great company for me, and I've been very successful in getting people interested in joining the company and becoming a part of their affiliate program. And one of the things that they actually do is they have what they call co-op advertising tools that you can utilize in your business. And one of the ones that I use, and I have done a couple of blog talk radio show segments on, is called iEarn. And iEarn is the advertising co-op for SFI. And basically with that co-op, you're advertising for SFI. And so there's a marketing kit that you get that has a car banner, has a T-shirt, has a couple of other marketing tools that you can utilize to market SFI. SFI, in turn, because you are advertising for the company, they will give you a share of all of the leads that come in. So as for you being a part of that co-op advertising part, you benefit because you're going to get affiliates to become a part of your opportunity from that program. So that's one way co-op advertising is used. Another co-op advertising tool that SFI has is called the SFI Co-op Manager. And using the SFI Co-op Manager, what I'm able to do for my affiliates that are in my actual downline or that are part of my team, I'm able to put them into this co-op. And by putting them into this co-op, I advertise, or we combine advertising, however you want to set your co-op up to do. I advertise. And I advertise through a lot of different networks, newspapers, and things of that nature. And from those advertising efforts, we generate leads. We generate business opportunities for people that are interested in, actually having a business. And so I share those leads with the people that are in my co-op. Now, there has to be a benefit to co-op advertising. And one of the benefits for me is to be able to build the business of those who are a part of my team. And that's really what it's all about, is to build your business, is to increase your advertising, because all of us in our businesses, we have to advertise. So what I ask for in my SFI Co-op Manager, I do a lot of advertising with that. And so, I would like to see my affiliates actually logging into SFI, actually checking their profiles, and doing all the things that they need to be doing to build their business. And that's just kind of a way that, I can make sure that, because you don't want a co-op to be you don't want it to be crippling. So you don't want to have team members that are not able to build their business on their own, because the reality is that it's their business. They have to build it. They have some responsibility. But at the same time, if you're a sponsor, if you're a team leader, you have some responsibility too. And so one of the things is to educate them about the tools that are available to them. And I know there are a couple of ways that you can do a co-op advertising for your team, however you would like to do it. One of the things that I have also used the co-op SFI tool in, and I just recently started doing this, and it seems like it's going to be successful, but I have a network that I set up that's called Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs. And Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs, for me, it's kind of the same concept as Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, but the only difference with it is that there's a lot of education that's involved in Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs, and I really want to get other people that are in other businesses involved in kind of helping to educate those who don't have a business, to also, be a resource for those that do have businesses and maybe generate other ideals or other marketing concepts that have been very, very effective for them. So I created that network, and then I said, well, I like the co-op advertising for SFI. So I wanted to give my team members a place to have where they can come, they can grow, they can invite someone, they can, put a name to face, because a lot of times, when we're online, we have our pictures, that are on our profiles, but you don't really get real personable with your team members a lot of times, because you're not always on the phone. You're depending on if you do conference calls. I think that's really, really excellent. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to add that on with my SFI people. But what I did with Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs is I put a co-op tool into that SFI portion or group that I have within Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs. And I actually got a member in it, and I was able to, because I'm using the co-op SFI co-op manager tool with that, I was able to actually have that member who signed up actually placed under one of my other affiliate members. So one of my other team members was able to get a new member into their program because of that co-op manager tool that I have built into my group. So I'm really excited about co-op advertising and basically what it can do for businesses. So, as I created Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs and I'm online, that's how I find out a lot of things is I'm online and I'm researching. You kind of get to know people and you see, people that are doing kind of like similar things. So you begin to build a relationship, or you begin to build up trust. And someone invited me to Startup Biz, and that's another network for people that have businesses, a lot of business tools to be utilized, a lot of pay-per-click, if you know anything about those type of programs, a lot of educational material. So I was really excited to be a part of that. But at the same time, I was really getting very excited about this co-op advertising. And so what I did on Startup Biz is I actually started a group called Co-op Advertising. And if you want to look at Startup Biz to see what they have available, it's sta.rtup.biz, so startup.biz. So once again, that's sta.rtup.biz. That's Startup Biz, and they have a lot of business tools that you can use. But within that, I have co-op advertising. My vision for the co-op advertising for this group is to have the same concept for co-op advertising. In co-op advertising, you get a group of people that are working together for the common, whatever the common goal is. For my co-op advertising group within Startup Biz, it would be for us to be able to share resources and to help one another build our business by, letting people know about the co-op group, inviting people to see what businesses are offered within that co-op group so that we can build up, our clientele so that we can educate one another, so that we can actually start to market one another. I would even like to see that, as the group continues on and as we progress and we are proactive, that we start utilizing the services of the members within our group. So right now, I try to look online and I try to look at pages and I try to find people that, have variety and they're offering something that's different and that's unique. You really want them to be a part of the group. And even if you're offering the same thing sometimes, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the same thing, because the way that you're offering it or the way that you're doing it may be the unique feature, and it may not be like what someone else is actually doing. So with that said, I have currently group members that have traveling businesses, have group members that have networking businesses. I have group members that offer web design. I have group members that have cleaning, and if it's in an area that you're in, if the co-op gets big enough, if we spread the word and we get people interested in it, then we have people that are coming to the group, and they're, the whole concept is to look around in that group to see what's being offered. And so a lot of the educational material that I will put in that group will really focus around co-op advertising and how it can be utilized to build everyone's business that's within that co-op. So you'd really have to go to the site, and if you want to go to the actual co-op advertising group that I've made on Startup Biz, then what you would do is you would go to startupbiz/group/cooperative ads. Or either you can just go to sta.rtup.biz, and then you can just look for co-op advertising. And it's a group that has the hands joined, because that's basically what it is. It's a joining of advertisement efforts to make sure that everyone is successful within that business. And so what I will do, what I'm currently doing, is marketing to my friends and people that know me to kind of look at the site and to get interested in having their own business, because a lot of times people really don't feel that they can do a business, especially something online. But if you offer them something or a tool that they can use to kind of spread the word even about their local business, then that's something that they're interested in. And that's what co-op advertising is. It's us spreading the word about our businesses and also utilizing the resources that are available to us within our business. And when I say proactive, I created the group. I believe in the concept. And so when I'm looking through pages and I can see something, I think this is really, really interesting, which I just signed up a couple of days ago for it's like a surfing network where you basically are able to get more leads or more people looking at your website based on what you're surfing or what you're surfing online. And so I joined that because it was a free opportunity for me to join, and I need the advertising. So, and I had a group member within co-op advertising that offered it. So, I didn't have to go and sign under. I could have probably found anyone online, and I could have joined that program. However, I had someone within my co-op advertising group that offered it. So there was really no need for me to go somewhere else, because not only am I helping myself by increasing advertising to the group, but I also now have a resource for if I need to do something to advance or make my business better. And so I have some of my MySpace friends, and one of my MySpace friends, she does web design. And so I'm looking at rich and rich home opportunities being designed a little bit better, because I'm not a web design guru. So I'm really happy to have her a part of co-op advertising, because I'm definitely going to be utilizing her services to try to look, and even to look at my network, Rich and Rich Entrepreneurs, just to see what else can I do with that website, because there's such a perception when someone comes to your website, and you want to make it something that, it keeps them interested and it'll keep them coming back, and, you want to offer something to them. And so I have somebody that's in that co-op advertising group in Startup Biz that does that. And so now I have a resource to utilize. We have people that are in the coffee business. So we have people that can, it's healthy coffee. There are a lot of different videos about it. We have people that are a part of some of the paying social networks, such as Yui, which will pay you to actually, it's like a MySpace, but they pay you to do the very same things that you would be doing on MySpace. So we have members that are a part of that group. And, these are, I look at these as being opportunities because they're opportunities to build relationships and for people to get to know your face and to get to know what you're doing. And I kind of tend to want to be a part of the groups where I can see members getting involved. And, and I definitely like to network with people that I see as really trying to be what I call movers and shakers, or I've probably been military so long, but people who are proactive and take initiative. I like that. So those are folks that I tend to really want them to be a part of the group because people need to see what others are doing in their business and, how do they market themselves and how do they make their business better. So, I was looking on Startup Biz in all actuality yesterday, and there was someone that was like a poet, and they were writing a book. And so that type of expertise to me is something that's very much needed because if you're looking at any business that you have, e-books are great. Writing articles are great. So it's a wonderful resource to have someone in the group that, has some writing experience, and maybe, they can actually educate or, post an article to the members to how you write a good article and, what type of things do you want to look at and, what are the steps that you go through if you're writing a book. So even if you're thinking about doing something online like an e-book, where do you start? There are a lot of people that start off with e-books and they become major authors. And they actually started off with e-books and they got people very interested in their e-books. So the co-op advertising group, there are a lot of good benefits to being a part of that group. Now, I will tell you that, the other thing about co-op advertising right now is that Startup Biz actually has a contest. And the more the group that gets the most members within 30 days, there's a lot of PR and a lot of advertising benefits that you'll get or that group will get. And I will tell you that I started co-op advertising before I even knew about the contest because, I just feel that co-op advertising, I think that it can really work, especially when you got some people that believe in the concept and that really want to kind of share those resources and be a member of a group where we help one another and we invest in the businesses that are within our group. So I was really excited about that. I said, oh, my goodness. I said, they are having a contest and it's going to be advertising. And I thought, wow, that's really wonderful because that's what this group, that's what we're all about anyway. We're all about advertising. And so my whole focus for the group is that every member benefits in the group because that's what co-op advertising is all about. It's a group of people getting together to share the benefits. So that means that everyone benefits as the group grows. And, how we benefit from that as the group continues to grow, I'm sure it's going to expand. I'd love to get a couple of people that do co-op advertising. I will tell you right now that I love SFI, so there are a lot of things that I do with SFI, so you will hear me talk about SFI a lot. But one of the things that I'm doing with them also is that there is Stone Evans is he's one of the guys that has like a lot of affiliates in the program, and he's done really, really wonderful. And one of the things that he's done is he's developed a site that's called Plug-in Profits. And this Plug-in Profits, SFI is a component of that, and it kind of helps you to, build your business, and it focuses on that concept of multiple streams of income. And one of the things that they actually have is, with Plug-in Profits is they have a co-op. And their co-op is being advertised right now in small big business magazines and home business magazines. So anybody that's involved in that site and who gets involved in that co-op, they benefit from that advertising because they get so many leads, they get so many well, I call it leads because that's mostly what we call it. But this is, this is something tangible. These are not leads that, someone is making up or anything like this. These are leads from, Small Business Magazine. You can pick up a Small Business Magazine and you can see Stone Evans talking about plug-in profits and, and how that's worked for him and how he went, from a restaurant, just a restaurant person into this person that's able to make, hundreds of thousands of dollars with, the program that he's actually involved in. So, I mean, it's doable. And, a lot of times I don't like the get-rich-quick ideals that you can get rich just because, you put some affiliate links on your site or because you become involved in a program. I don't think that's what causes you to get rich. I think that what causes you to get rich is the concept and how you use it and how you market yourself and how effectively are you building your business. So I think that in any of these programs, you have the potential, yes, for making a lot of money, but how much effort you put into it for yourself is going to be the key factor. And when I talk about effort, I'm going to also get into capital and I'm going to get into investment because, it takes money to make money. Nothing is free, or anyway, it's not going to be something that will be free that's going to really build, as quickly as something that, you invest and you pay for. So I believe strongly in building my business, and I put money into my business because I think that that's what's going to help it to grow. And I think that for SFI, that my business has grown the way that it has because I put the investment into the iron co-op opportunity. I bought that $20 kit. SFI, if none of you know anything about it, that is a free program. You can start that business with not a dime, and you can grow that business. You can be successful with that business. You can get the word out, the word out to people. But because I loved that program so much and because I believed in the program so much, when the iron co-op came up, I had no problem with giving $20 for a kit. And so currently I have 51 members that are in my team. So I'm working on currently my third generation with them. And I tell you what, it's awesome. And I started November 2007. So I'm really excited about co-op advertising because I'm a new business owner, especially, and I'm also a new online business owner. And, you hear all of the horror stories of people getting scammed and, and starting in a business and, the business just, it's here on the internet one day and it's gone the next. But SFI has actually, it's been around. So I'm excited about that opportunity. I'm excited about the co-op advertising group that we have because I have huge visions for the group, and I'm going to be an actual person that's proactively promoting it by doing, blog talk radio shows, by getting involved in forums, by doing all of the networking things that I need to do and, just kind of spreading the word and getting people, interested in getting people involved in, what we have to offer in co-op advertising. And so the more we get involved and post articles that help, because that's a big thing, because a lot of times everyone wants to sell, but no one wants to educate on what you're selling and why you're selling it, why it's important to you, how you've been successful in it. All of that should be a part of any type of marketing that you do. So I really hope that for co-op advertising that we do a lot of teaching. And, of course, you want to put your link to your business, to your website. You want to put that information there because if I read an article, the first thing I want to know, if it's an article and I want to learn more about that product or I want to learn how I can get those services, the first thing I'm going to look for is to see, well, where did this article come from? Who generated it? Is there a website? Is there a phone number to call? So those things are important, but, for co-op advertising, I want us to be very professional, and I want us to teach, as we do that. I don't want to, I don't want to be a site where we put a lot of links and, we do a lot of advertising, but we don't do any teaching because it's very hard to get someone. People need to understand what your business is about. They need to understand what product you have and why is that product so important to you and, what about that product is making you want to actually invest your time in even putting up an affiliate link in the first place. So those are some of the things that we want to do with co-op advertising. And once again, that co-op advertising group is located on Startup Biz. And Startup Biz is a business site, and you can get to that site by going to your web browser and typing in sta.rtup.biz, and you can get to the site and be a member of the site. I would recommend that. But there are also groups within that site, and one of the groups that I'm talking about tonight is my co-op advertising group. And I have a lot of wonderful people with a lot of wonderful websites and a lot of networking that can actually come from this group, and a lot of visions of what we want to do further in the future, and a lot of educational tools. So if you go to Startup Biz, you can click on the link for the co-op advertising group, and you'll see it. It's the one that has the hands that are joined together. And so if you have any time during the day today, I'd love for you to take a look at the website, see what we're doing. If you have a business, if you have a blog talk show about, something that you want to get the word out about, something that would be of some type of benefit to, and mine is mostly around businesses, but, there are sometimes your business may be consulting. Maybe you have a resume business, which I'm trying to get someone looking at the site because they actually do resumes and they have an online resume website, and that's kind of their business. I would love for them to be, a part of that co-op advertising group, because we may have people that need to know how to write a resume. You never know. And that's what the vision of this group is, for us to get involved and help each other to grow our business, build our business, and then just see what we can do for the future, which I feel will be very beneficial. So I thank all of you who tuned in today, took the time out of your busy schedules just to listen to my show on co-op advertising. I hope to have a lot more people that are signed up in it that kind of can see this vision and where I kind of like to go with the vision. And if you have any co-op advertising experience or anything like that, that would be wonderful. There is a book called Advertising for Dummies that goes over co-ops, and there's a couple of ways that you can do it. So I'd highly recommend that for anybody that would like to learn more about it, even if you're not going to be a part of the co-op advertising group. And I thank you guys, and you have a great day.